He's a man who's lived 10 lives. He's now the founder and CEO of Do Not Age. He's a world champion boxer. Please welcome Alan Graves.
How are you, Eddie?
Alan! Hooray!
So what is the secret that most people don't get?
Quite simple, really.
While we are warming up here before our session, we can ask Alan about your story. How did this all evolve? Have you been rich before? Have you done boxing before?
No, so I actually originally started in business about 6 years ago, and then only started boxing 2 years ago.
Nice. How old are you now?
35.
What did you do before the 6 years until 29?
I was wasting my life, unfortunately. So it was not making the right decision. You know, a lot of drinking, a lot of drugs, so bad choices.
So how did you decide to finally start the business 6 years ago?
I think it was, at the time, I was just feeling a need. So it was, my business is in the longevity space, so anti-aging, and there was no business doing what I needed. So that's why I started it originally.
It was a pretty fast growth, I would say, yeah? You reached 1 million revenue a month after 2-3 years. How was it?
Yeah, it was a pretty fast growth because we were providing something that people needed.
If somebody wants to test the supplements out, where can they find it?
It's donotage.org.
Okay, donotage.org.
Nice.
Good first round. You improved a lot after training with Coach Montana. I think something that most people are interested in is what about the mindset? How can you compare boxing and business? Because I think there are a lot of similarities. Is this true?
Yeah, I would say there's a lot of similarities in terms of the mindset because you have to go through a lot of setbacks and you have to be prepared to keep going despite not knowing what the outcome is with a very dangerous, uncertain future, which is very difficult for human nature.
Would you say that's basically also a little secret to success, which is obvious, but which most people don't do?
Yeah, I would say it's about delaying gratification. If you can delay gratification to ultimate levels, think about what a boxing match is, especially at my level. I'm training for 4 months and my either glory or disappointment moment is a matter of minutes, like 30 minutes in a boxing ring. So that is the ultimate in delayed gratification. So if people can get better at delaying gratification for themselves, they're going to be more successful in fighting and in business.
Absolutely true. Let's go next round. Good. Very good second round. Alan, you're living now basically the dream life. Nice villa, lots of money, travel, nice cars, fit body, you can box. But I think it was not always like this. Can you tell the audience a little bit about your biggest struggle, your biggest obstacles in life?
Yeah, I think it all changed when I changed my mindset. And so, you know, I had a lot of addictions in the past to drugs, alcohol, and some other bits. But I think more recently, the biggest struggles I've had have been injuries. My body's getting older. And obviously, like, the higher up you go in terms of boxing, the more rigorous it is. The training camp for a 12-round fight is different to a 4-round fight. And so mentally getting over those injuries is difficult because you want to train, but you can't train. And so, yeah, I think the biggest of my life was changing mindset before I started becoming the man I am today. But more recently, it's been about getting over injuries and learning to train through them.
Was there a specific moment? Because I really remember my moment at 25, 6 years ago, when I was coming home also completely drunk from the club and everything went wrong. I lost my money in gambling, my girl left me, and then also my own friend betrayed me and stole some things from me. And then was really the click, okay, everybody is against me, now I will show you. You think you can rip me off, you think you can leave me, and this was really the moment where I got this anger and I turned this anger really into this motivation to build Fightgecko. Was there a specific moment like this for you?
I think there's an accumulation of things, but eventually I worked for lots of different people that didn't treat me very well despite me doing well and doing what they asked. And so I kind of like, I need to do something for myself. And then of course along the way you're always going to get people doubting you, you know. Even when I had that fight on the last Fightgecko show, you told me afterwards you had like give me a 2% chance of winning. I got the win, so
you got it.
Yeah, it's everybody's going to doubt you, and it's just about what you've got up here and mental fortitude.
Let's go, round 3. Okay.
Like,
I'm sure there are some people out there who want to build a big business. What lessons or teachings can you give to them that they can achieve it?
I think just learning to manage and take risks. Most people don't want to take risks and are naturally risk averse. If you do want to be successful, you have to learn to take calculated risks.
Is there a specific example?
Well, I mean, most people, it would be quitting their job and then going all in into the business. So what I would probably recommend that people do is look for some kind of success in that business first. Look for the market telling you that you're providing something that it wants. And then as soon as you see that, burn the boats, get rid of the job.
So you wouldn't burn the boats up front?
I mean, I would, but...
Because I did it also. You did it?
Yeah, I did. But, you know, for every success story, there's 1,000 where, you know, it didn't go that way. So I think that the smart advice for most people is to tread carefully.
What advice would you give to people who want to become a world champion boxer?
Train very, very hard. Get a good coach, get a good team around you, and be prepared to train a lot more than you think, and be prepared to live with your body in constant pain.
So Noah, you are now 5-0, yes?
Yes.
All professional. I remember when we first started and we first met, we didn't even meet each other. We did basically online shadowboxing coaching. Can you think back to the time, and do you think it was a very good foundation, or would you think, okay, maybe I should get a worse coach, or better you train with the best coaches and the best program, even if it's online?
Yeah, I think to start, you got to start with the fundamentals, and you know, there's no point trying to throw heavy shots until you can know how to put your feet properly and how to throw that punch, which is sometimes counterintuitive, very similar to a slip and a jab, right? If somebody puts their hand towards you, it's natural to move away, but you have to learn to move towards it and move this way, which is unnatural, but it takes time and practice, so doing it right is very important.
Yes, okay, next round.
Let's go.
Alan, what did boxing reveal about you that business never did?
A few things, but the biggest one is being in physical danger. So no matter how difficult things get in business, you're never in physical danger, physical harm. And that resonates with us because we've been fighting since we were humans. So I think putting yourself in harm's way is a really good way of testing yourself.
What's very interesting about Alan, and why I respect him even more besides all the success, is that when you go to his private Telegram profile, there is no villa, there is no cars, no private jet pictures, nothing. There is just the picture with the belt. And I asked you, I think something like, Alan, why don't you put any of these pictures? You just show your boxing. And your answer was?
That's the thing that I'm most proud of. You know, I think that's the most difficult thing. When you think about it, money gets printed. Money is unlimited, whereas going and winning a world title it's not unlimited. It's extremely limited. It's the opposite of that. So I see what I'm doing in the ring as a lot more difficult and hopefully a lot more inspirational to people as well.
Thank you so much, Alan. Now we switch back to the first question. So what is the secret what most people don't get?
It's quite simple, really. It's consistency. And consistency, what that means really is it means showing up every day, especially at first when you're not going to be very good at what you're doing. You're definitely not going to be the best in the world. And you have to do it again and again and again. And you have to be prepared to suck at it and be terrible at it for many, many times over. And I think that consistency is a simple word and it's simple to do, but it's actually very difficult at the same time. So it's not complex, but it's difficult, if that makes sense.
Can you give a guide how people out there can increase their consistency, can keep sticking to things?
It all depends how much you want it. So everything you're doing in life is a sacrifice. So we're stood here right now. We are sacrificing literally everything else we could be doing somewhere
Sunday
else.
morning.
Yeah, we're sacrificing everything else that we could be doing right now. And so are you willing to sacrifice other things to get to where you want to go? I was willing to sacrifice to be able to get this.
Why did you sacrifice everything for this? Why is this so important to you?
It was about proving it to myself and making I thought I had the ability to do it. I've got a great team. Put the trust in them, put the trust in myself, put the work in, and you know, the universe gave me this back.
So what I learned also from Alan is put a goal so high, it's far to reach, but you must have an underlying why, okay? For us, it's the family, it's showing up for ourselves, right? Mm-hmm. And then make the goal, make the plan, make small steps every day, really every day a small step, and then over time it becomes normal, right?
Exactly.
Now, standing here, shooting every day, training every day, it's just part of the life. But you must stick to it until it becomes your new version, okay? So set your goal, set the plan, and then go out and do it. Thank you so much for the video. See you in the next one.